as Americans have been suffering through a very, very hard recession, I would guess that the majority of Americans think that recession was caused by the market, and it's the market's fault. Well, I'd like to suggest it's not the market's fault, and so I'd like to ask 3 questions. Question number 1, was it the market's fault that Congress in the 1970s would pass the Community Reinvestment Act, forcing bankers to make loans to people that were not qualified to receive those loans? Congress' idea was a good one. Let's move home ownership up from 60% of American population to 70%. But when you're giving those kinds of loans that people cannot afford them, is that the market's fault? And is that going to lead to a problem when home prices someday turn down? Secondly, is it the market's fault that Congress invents an organization called GSE, Government-Sponsored Enterprises, you know them as Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and by 2007, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac had guaranteed $3 trillion of subprime loans. $3 trillion. That's the size of Germany. That's the gross domestic product of Germany, going out to 10 or 12 million people who can't afford those loans. Can you imagine? Is that the market's fault? Is it the market's fault that the Federal Reserve System would lower the interest rates to 1%, the federal funds rate, and then leave it there for almost 3 years? They left it there too low, too long. What do you think people are going to do when they see these low interest rates? Do you think they might borrow dollars and buy anything? No kidding. Borrow dollars, buy anything. We were buying anything. And all of a sudden we see oil going to $140 a barrel. We see corn going from $2.50 a bushel to $8.50 a bushel. We see steel going from $300 a metric ton to $1,200 a metric ton. And then we build 3.5 million too many homes. Oh boy. Yeah, borrow dollars and buy anything. We did it, but is that the market's fault or is that government's fault? In my opinion, the bomb that almost destroyed America was detonated on Wall Street, but it was built in Washington, D.C.